Welcome back, all my free thinkers, to another evening edition of the Grow Rich, Grow Happy Crypto Show. In this episode, I'm going to be piggybacking off last episode that I did. I hope you guys caught that. If you haven't, make sure you catch it. I did a breakdown between ZBCN and Casper, but I did it so that you guys, those of you who may not understand crypto like some of us out here, I want the average everyday Joe to have the same opportunity to either become rich or financially secure. I want you to have the same opportunities that maybe someone like myself or many of the free thinkers out here do, because we understand crypto and we actually take the time to go off down that road. For someone new to crypto, or maybe you have a family member or something that's thinking about crypto, but they're a little bit fearful because of its complexity. That's why I come in at, and I'm trying to break it down to help you take all that fear out and the complexity of it and say, okay, I get that now. Maybe I should get off in something like a Quant Network. Well, that's what this episode is about, guys. So if you like your crypto broken down in a manageable way that even your grandmother or someone that doesn't even know how to spell crypto can understand it. If this sounds like a channel for you, by all means, smash that like button. Give me a sub. Give me a damn sub. Got a lot of views. I see a lot of returning views. Hit that subscribe button, please. It's the weekend. Hit the damn subscribe button. Damn. But anyway, yeah, do that. Check out all the things I have down below for you. Get your cold storage wallet, 10% off. 10%, guys. That 10% does go to support this channel. And you will thank me when your crypto is at risk. Also, swing over to growrichgrowhappy.com. Check out all the things over there. Got a nice book for you, Overcoming Self for Crypto Wealth. It's not expensive. You can get a download edition or you can get a paperback that comes with an exit strategy. So check that out, guys. And now let's talk about Quant Network. The reason I want to talk about it on this glorious evening is because it's a great opportunity right now. I know you guys, I say that so much. It's a great opportunity, but it is just like the rest of the market. But I want to talk about something that you guys can get in, and this is not financial advice. I'm going to show you why it stands out from all other assets and why the best way for you to understand it is to compare it to the likes of a juggernaut like Microsoft. So this is an easy video to follow and understand, and I hope that it helps you look at something like Quant Network and say, man, that's the future. So to do that, guess what I did for you guys? I made another spreadsheet. Yeah, you know I love this crew. Let's jump over here, guys. So here we go. And we're going to look at Microsoft. Now, first thing, the reason I want to look at Microsoft is, for one, they're a juggernaut. But when I sat back and I looked at it, I said between Quant and Microsoft, there really isn't a difference. The difference is we're early on Quant, whereas a lot of people got in late when it came to Microsoft. Now, in order to catch the opportunity that Microsoft was at one point, you'd have had to been looking at the future, having foresight, saying, you know, this whole computer thing, these computers are really going to continue to grow. And this whole software thing, you know, it seems that Microsoft has a lock on it. And if I believe that the internet is going to go where it ended up going, then I might have to put a little money in it. And this is why when I was thinking about Quant today, actually, I said, that's a good way to explain it. So check Windows out. So we got Microsoft World and I got Quant World because they're going to run the world. So you got Windows Azure. So take Windows for an example. You'd be hard pressed to buy a computer from Best Buy or wherever and it not come with Microsoft Windows pre-installed. Or if you're like me, I only use Macs, but you take where I'm at currently right here. Let me spread this out for you. If you take currently where I am right here, I rent I have a license. I've licensed this and I pay a monthly recurring price to use Microsoft 365, and I just log into it so I can use it. Microsoft is getting that recurring pay that I make every month. So do you see where that money is? Do you see where someone who is invested in Microsoft, they're getting a little bit of their reward, on their investment? It's right there by way of a software license. The reason their software license is because guess what? Microsoft, they're not in the business of selling computers. They are a software licensing company, which is how Bill Gates pulled the wool over Steve Jobs. Guys, make sure you watch that. What is it called? Pirates of Silicon Valley. Really got him when he shipped those computers. When Steve Jobs actually shipped the Mac, according to the movie, Bill Gates had already snuck attacked him and put Microsoft Windows on all of those machines. So that's how they make their money, which goes back into enterprise IT systems, back to Microsoft. You got these schools, you got these colleges, high schools, and all of these campuses, and even corporations like the government and everything. They are licensing out this software, Microsoft, which is why Microsoft continues to be the juggernaut that they are, and Bill Gates continues to make his money. There's a subscription fee that everyone also pays, just like me, which all feeds back down into the Microsoft ecosystem. Do you see how that worked? Now, imagine if you go back and say, man, I wish I could have got in on that. I wish I could have seen the future. Well, when I think about Quant, I think about the same thing, because the same thing is really happening over here with Quant and their overledger. Again, Quant Network, they're not selling a blockchain. They're not. What Quant overledger, and this is for anyone out there trying to understand if this is a good or something that's worth their money. If you think where crypto is right now, everybody take where we are. We take what's going on with banks right now. They're all ran on these old legacy systems. Quant is not, or better yet, Microsoft. Microsoft wasn't trying to reinvent the internet. No, they were trying to plug into the computers which access the internet. So if you speed up to where we are now, you take Quant with the overledger. These guys are not trying to reinvent the internet either. What they're trying to do is be able to plug into these old legacy systems, which are the financial internet, and they do that by way of this right here, the overledger. Well, what makes the QNT token, and that is what we invest in as investors, crypto investors, that is basically the software license. You know how you get that software key, and it has those 16 numbers and you have to type it in when you're using Microsoft or anything like that. The same thing with Quant in this overledger system. These corporations, because it's really not meant for us as retailers, we just get to invest in the token itself. Well, they use the QNT token to license out that overledger. Now, here's the cool thing. Back when all of this first started, I believe it was in 2021, there was some verbiage that was out about the Quant overledger and the QNT token, where banks or anyone using it for the first time would have to use the QNT token. What I believe happened with that, because now they have the option, and I seen that verbiage somewhere too. I believe it's on their Facebook site. But now these banks and these corporations have the option to either pay that fee in QNT or pay that fee in USD. Now, for someone like a QNT holder like myself, it might make me step back and say, well, damn, that hurts my token price. But if I was to think strategically, like Bill Gates and all of them, you say that's actually smart what Quant is doing, the Quant Network. They are making it optional for someone, a corporation, to pay with USD or QNT, because they know it brings in faster adoption. A lot of these corporations that may not be fully on the blockchain train, those same people now can say, but we love your system and we know everything is being overhauled right now. We'll just pay in USD and pay like that. Do it like that. Get as many people in, and then you flip the script. So that's the way I see this, as a move by them by giving these corporations the option. It's just going to bring more corporations in long term. And if you guys have been following me and all of the updates and things that I've been bringing you on the Quant Network, you already know that they are plugged in the UK when it comes to central banks. So here we go. Again, we got banks, payments, blockchain, license fee, subscription fee. See the difference? Microsoft, just imagine when Quant gets to where Microsoft is today. Can you imagine what one Quant token is going to be worth? So you got the license fee here, interoperability, financial system, Microsoft ecosystem. So right here, you got the perfect marriage. So if you understand Microsoft's and their business strategy and just the way they do business, then you should understand Quant. That is the easiest way to look at it. Now what I want to do, I want to jump over here because I want to show you why I want to talk about it. And it's this price right here. Let me refresh that. $79, guys. Number 89 on the top 100. So we go here and we look out a year. They're down 26.7% for the year. Now, here's the other great thing. Quant circulating supply. There will only ever be 14.6 million Quant tokens, which brings back to the scarcity of it. There would never be any more. So just having one or two, and I'm not saying you should just have one or two. I forbid, you should not have one or two. You should have more than that. And that's not financial advice. But just remember, each entire token that you own, that's scarcity right there. It's scarcity like a Bitcoin. So I look at this, just it's easy to understand. You come down here, all time high, $427. That was 4 years ago. Things are a lot different now. We're in a whole different atmosphere when it comes to crypto now. Everything is enterprise. And if you believe, like, if you can see now and examine Microsoft and see how far that they've come, and then look at something like Quant and understand where crypto is headed, just look at everything that's going on with the politics. Look at all of that. Look at these legacy systems. Look at tokenization. Look at everything that these banks are now getting on board with. Then you can't deny something like Quant. I'm giving you a snapshot of the future with Quant, and we actually have something to compare it to, which is Microsoft. You guys let me know down below. What do you think of the Quant Network? Do you hold any? And I'm going to ask you guys, how many Quant tokens do you feel like everyone should hold for big time gains in the future and maybe financial freedom? Let me know down below. Till next one, guys. Have a great weekend. This your boy. I'm out.
My heart rages around like an ocean.